Okay, time for our weekly battle against iYarumo from Maryland Forums, and this is how we go. Okay, here these are the Yanmega. It's pretty obvious what's going to be coming, but I have nothing that I really want people to sleep except for this guy, so I just offer him his sleep fodder. So he's asleep, yawn, and so obviously I'm going to switch to something to counter this piece of crap. So I switch to Snorlax because he's a beast and he has a cool name. He air slash me for nothing, which is cool, unexpected. So I go for a body slam, yeah, to get some power hacks and some damage on something. And he sends in this guy, which is sweet because I think I get the power hacks. Oh no, I don't. Maybe later. But anyway, it does some sweet damage to him, and like, he's obviously going to use a close combat on me or something, but he thinks about it for a long time. It's pretty obvious that I'm going to switch to something that can wall it, so I switch to Gyarados to get some intimidation, and close combat's going to do nothing. Now, I'm pretty certain this thing's probably like got a scarf or a band or something, because like 90% of all Heracrosses do these days, so I take this opportunity to set up a DD, I think. Well, yeah, he thinks for a long time, and then I set up a DD. Well, yeah, after he stops thinking, which is hopefully soon. Okay, and he sends in this guy, which I don't see very often, but I know it can carry like T-Wave and Yawn. That's about it. That's all I remember. So I taunt it, I think, to stop it from doing one of those things, and it stops the calm one, which is pretty sweet. Don't want to set up too many of them. So I hit it to see how much it would do, and it does like nothing. And then he T-bolts me, so I'm like, oh shit, this thing's going down. And then I survive with like 116 HP, which is just ridiculous. Like, how does a Gyarados survive that from something that like has, you know, decent special attack? Anyway, I send this guy back in, hopefully hoping it'll wake up, dodging some special attacks. Hopefully I'll get a lucky wake up or something to get some damage in on something that comes in. But alas, it doesn't wake up. Now I know he's probably not smart enough to fall for that shit again. So I send in the Shinigami to take the hit, which it does like a beast. And then I don't want to willow it because it'll probably have ducks or something gay like that. So I go for a T-punch, I think. And this is in this guy. He must have been predicting a willow or something, which is a bit strange. I mean, I thought he would want a willow on it, but anyway, he sends in that. I don't want to send in Snorlax just yet because I know that thing can pack Focus Blast, and that would hopefully hurt a bit. And I know Starmie can wall both of them, including maybe a T-bolt. They may use Flamethrower anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I go for a T-Wave, something, and he sends in the Bliss, and like, now I'm like completely freaking out because I got nothing in this team except for maybe 116 HP Gyarados that can take down this Bliss, and like, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? So I send in this guy, who has a chance to take down the Bliss, because he has a really hardcore moveset. What's that? No leftovers. Ooh, anyway. So he switches out, and I go for some hoping I'll wake up, which I do, which is sweet. And I go for Payback, which is beastly. What the hell was that? Was that a light ball? Was that a light ball? Holy shit. And the Sucker Punch. Oh, thank you, Platinum. Thank you, Platinum. I love you. Anyway. And then he sends in Yanmega again. And this is probably the funniest Pokemon moment I've ever had in my life. I'm so glad I recorded it. He protects, thinking I'll use some sort of attack, like Sucker Punch or something. And I know Hypnosis is coming, so I use Sleep Talk, and lucky for me it hits, and I get the Sleep Talk, and I get the Body Slam, and I get the Power Hacks. Now, could you possibly get anything better than that against the Hypnosis? I don't think it gets any better. And then he sends in this guy, and I use the Sleep Talk, and I get the Crunch. I'm like, holy shit, that's the luckiest two or three turns I've ever had in my life. That's just ridiculous. And I'm just like, holy shit. And I switch here, I'm not sure why, but I switch anyway, into this guy. And this guy carries Hidden Power Fire, which is pretty sexy, so I stroke his Skizzer. One hit KO, bitch! And yeah, that was pretty sexy. That little sequence of moves. And since this guy, I'm not quite sure why, he can't really do much to me while he's paralysed, even if you got a speed booster. Anyway, air slash takes that guy down. No sweat. Woo. Come on, come on. And he sends in the Bliss, which is just a pain in the ass. And then he flees, which I thought was a bit strange because I didn't really have anything to take down the Bliss except for that hardcore Umbreon and the Gyarados and the HP. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe. Good battle, man. Catch you later.